already know who it is. It's your girl Sugar Nine. I want to thank everybody for coming back for another episode of the Need Some Sugar podcast. So we're on episode 5, guys, and this episode is titled "America is a Shit Show." Our topics today are very heavy. So I want to get you guys ready to be sad, to get into a mode where, you're not in a very happy space, because I do want to talk about some very serious topics and some very sad things that happened this week. And matter of fact, not just this week, the past couple weeks. So our topics for this week, the light topic is Bad Boys LA. I'm going to cover this week's episode. I'm also going to cover the shooting that just happened in Texas at the elementary school, the Buffalo murders, bulletproof book bag sales have increased, gun control, and a housing crisis. And then my sound off at the end of this episode is going to be why I believe America is a fucking shit show right now. So just get ready. Get your emotions together and be ready to be mad and sad. But we're going to wrap this up by being happy, okay? Let's get to it. We're getting the bullshit out the way. So Bad Boys LA, this week's episode was ass. There was really nothing going on. Jonathan left after he done came and conquered. After he came and whooped ass and took names, he took Rio's name with him. Now they're calling him Mario instead of Rio. But on a serious note, Jonathan came, whooped ass, left. They had a little house meeting around a bonfire outside. They just recapped the night before. Then they went on to finish the song that they were recording in the studio. Darrell on Instagram said that what the fuck is his name? Milan. He said that Milan's verse is recycled from a song that he released in like 2020 or 2019 or something. The other boys did good. Mula sounds like an old ass man, but he is an old ass man, so whatever. It's not really a song that I would listen to or I would add to my playlist. I guess it's cute for whoever is going to listen to it. Go download it, support it. If it's even on streaming services. I didn't check because I don't care. Y'all can go check. I guess the song would be called Bad Boys LA. They'd be like, that's a bad boy. Is you mad boy, bitch? That's a bad boy. Get a bad boy, bitch. Like, it's catchy. That part is catchy. And I think Milan wrote that. So Milan, I will give you your kudos and your flowers for that. I do fuck with that when it comes on, when the show is on. But as far as me listening to it in the car, no. Nothing else really happened. They had auditions for the video shoot. When they actually do that, I guess they're gonna do that on next week's episode. Bitch got on the table and almost broke it. It was a glass table. That bitch was bouncing up and down, and they was excited at first because ass was in their face. But then they realized, like, oh shit, bitch, you about to break this table. But that's it. We're moving on because, like I said, this week's episode, I really want to talk about some serious shit. So Bad Boys LA, we got that out the way. It was cute for what it was. Hopefully the season is coming to an end soon, because now that Jonathan left, I doubt that anything else has happened. Everything that's happening is on social media, and I think they're now talking about the reunion, and a lot of them aren't going. Like I heard Milan's not going, Mula's not going, Gutta's not going. It's a lot of people not going, so it's like I guess they probably won't even have a reunion. But that was Bad Boys LA. Subscribe to Zeus Network to watch that. The last 2 episodes were good, but this episode last week was trash. They could have kept it. All right, so this week there was a shooting in Texas at an elementary school. As of right now, the total death count is 19 children and 2 teachers. I'm sorry. They said that I believe I'm not going to say the guy's name at all. He's not getting no shine. He's not getting any recognition on this podcast. I also want to talk about the Buffalo murders as well that happened at the supermarket in Buffalo, New York. I'm not saying these guys' names. I'm not giving them no recognition. Right now, I would like for you to join me in a moment of silence for all those that were murdered by these 2 knuckleheads. Thank you. Gun control is all I can say. Gun control. The fact that someone can walk into a fucking elementary school and shoot up a 4th grade classroom full of children and the teachers is fucking insane to me. What in your right mind? Matter of fact, no. His mind there's no way that look, I'm like really mincing my words right now because I can't even fathom the thought of wanting or desiring to go shoot up a fucking school of kids. Kids. And then there's articles coming out explaining that he was made fun of in school for what he wore. Those kids didn't make fun of you. Those children didn't make fun of you. And let's be honest, because we've all been in elementary school. We've all been children before. Children are not nice. Children say things that are not nice. And yes, as parents, we need to teach our kids to be nice to each other and, not to judge anyone because we don't know people's situation. So that part, yes, is on the parents. But let's be very fucking honest with ourselves right now. Are kids not assholes? If a kid is getting bullied in school, it is up to the adults to handle the situation properly and make sure that kid is now, on the right track and understands that the kids that made fun of you, they're going to get reprimanded and it's not going to happen again. We got you. We heard you. We're going to take care of it. Right? I feel like a lot of times in situations where a kid is bullied in school, it's not handled properly by the adults. The adults hear what's going on, but don't take any action behind it. And in turn, it keeps happening. And now the kid says, what the fuck is the point of telling the adults if nothing is going to happen? So if we're thinking about it that way on why a kid may feel some type of way towards other children for bullying them, I can understand a kid's mindset or someone growing up, where it happened their whole entire life. But why the fuck is someone able to go into an elementary school? Matter of fact, let's take elementary. I don't give a fuck if it was preschool, elementary school, middle school, high school, a college, a grocery store. Why the fuck is someone able to walk into these places and just shoot it up? Like the 19 fucking children, I can only imagine what was going through their minds while this man, because they trying to make it seem like he's a little boy, because I believe he's in his early 20s. No, this is a man who knows right from wrong. He went into a fucking school and shot up children. And I'm sorry, I'm not compassionate about the death of someone who did some fucked up shit. So yes, I am glad that he is now deceased. He deserves to be deceased. You killed 19 fucking children and 2 teachers. They woke up that morning to go learn and do their job. They did not get up and say, somebody's going to come do some stupid shit at the school today. It is such a fucking shame that these parents sent their kids to school, dropped their kids off at the school with the intention of, my kid is going to learn and come home. We're going to cook dinner, watch a movie, and we're going to do this thing again tomorrow. No, that was the last time that some of those fucking parents saw their kids. I have a daughter. I have a 7-year-old daughter. She goes to a special needs school, so their security is a little tight. Like when we go into the school, they don't even open the door until they can fully verify who you are. Then you can't even get into the actual hallways of the school before you have to check in, and you have to get your license scanned and a picture taken. So, although they don't have metal detectors to check if you have a weapon, they do have certain protocols in place so that they know who's coming in that school and for exactly why. And you can't just wander the halls of my daughter's school. You need an escort, and you're going to exactly the place you need to be, nowhere else. So the fact that a fucking person can just walk into a middle school and shoot up a classroom is insane to me. That is fucking insane to me. The fact that someone can just walk into a grocery store and just raise havoc and shoot this murder or these murders is really crazy to me, because he was almost going to shoot a white person that was on the floor, but no, he fully intended on just killing black people. The white guy was laying on the floor because, mind you, this asshole recorded his fucking self doing this. He was going to shoot at the white person on the floor, but then once he realized that the person on the floor was white, this fucker said sorry and proceeded to go look for black people to kill. America, do you not fucking see what is going on? Do you not see that change needs to be made? We need fucking gun control. But no, our politicians are worried about whether or not women should be able to get rid of unwanted children or unwanted pregnancies. Let me say that because to me, they're not children until they're born. It's a fetus. However, you're worried about fucking banning abortions. Let me ask you something, and I'm not even being a smartass. This is a genuine fucking question for our politicians. Okay, you want these kids to be born for what? There's no fucking formula to feed the babies. The milk, the food prices is out of this fucking world. Okay, the housing is out of this world. The minimum wage has not been increased. You want these kids to be born, and then they're getting shot up at school. So you want these kids born for what? You want them born into a world, a shitty ass fucking country that nothing is changing, nothing is getting better. It's actually getting fucking worse. And yes, I'm cussing a lot because I'm passionate and I'm angry. 19 kids died at school in a classroom where they were learning because some asshole was bullied when he was in school and decided, you know what? I'm going to go kill some kids today. What type of fucking maniac or lunatic are you? And then when I'm looking at, different things about this guy on social media, it seems like they're trying to provide a reason or an excuse on why his mental was the way it was. I don't give a fuck. He killed children. Whatever was wrong with him has no has no precedence or precedence, sorry, over the fact that he killed kids. I don't care if he had a mental issue. I don't care. I don't care because before all of that, steps could have been taken to get him properly medicated, to get him in a proper facility so that he's not out loose on the streets killing fucking kids. And then I get on Instagram, or not, it was on Instagram, but I believe she was on the news. And she says, please forgive my son. His dad said, I wish he would have killed me instead of the kids. In this situation, I don't blame the parents because a lot of times a parent can raise their children up the right way. And then once the child, is an adult, they make their own fucking decisions. So I'm not going to put the blame on the parents unless the mom knew that her son had a gun and knew her son was going to do something like that. That is when I'll call her a piece of shit too and say she need to be where her son is. However, his mom didn't know that he was going to do that. His mom had no idea what was going on, nor his father. So I'm not going to put this on the parents. But what I am going to say is people around that boy failed him. And in turn, that made him go do some dumb shit. Because almost every single fucking time there is a shooting in America, there were signs that people could have, caught to stop what happened later. I am pretty sure that boy showed signs of mental illness. They said that the guy who shot the black people in the grocery store in Buffalo, New York, was making posts of, racist posts and threatening to kill black people before he did it. He was on live driving to New York. So you see what I'm saying? Certain times there are steps that could have been taken before people are killed. But no, we live in a world where everyone wants to mind their business. Yes, with certain things, we need to mind our business, but kids are dead. People's grandparents are dead. People just go into the fucking grocery store on a Sunday to just get groceries. Regular shit that we do every day. Going to school, going to the grocery store, going to the movies, shit like that. And we have to worry about us dying, somebody coming in there with a fucking gun and just shooting up the place because they're mentally ill. Because I'm sorry, if you do any of that, you're mentally ill. You're not okay. And I hope You know how they say, "Oh, I hope you have a spacious grave," and no, I hope the opposite. I hope your grave is tight and uncomfortable, and I hope you burn in hell. I hope every time you ask for ice water, it's fucking boiling hot when you get it. It is such a fucking shame that in America we have to literally be scared to send our kids to school, to go to the grocery store, to go to the movies, to go to a restaurant. Like are you fucking kidding me? These are things that we're supposed to enjoy. These are things part of normal life, and we have to worry about some fucking lunatic coming in there and shooting us for doing things that we do every day. I need to go get groceries. But now I'm terrified that some idiot is going to be in there trying to shoot black people. And then as a black person myself, it's like, damn, like somebody really could just be targeting me. I could go to the grocery store and between me and a white lady standing next to me, I'm getting killed because I'm black. There's so much racism and mental and what am I trying to say? An untreated mental illness in America. It's fucking sad. And these politicians want to worry about goddamn abortions. You want to bring children into this shit? America is a fucking shit show. And listen, I seen something on the news. It said bulletproof book bag sales have increased. Bulletproof book bag sales for children have increased. Does that not sound fucking crazy? That people feel like they need to buy a bulletproof book bag for their kid because when they send their kid to school, they might get shot up or there might be school shooters. So here, baby, make sure you take the bulletproof book bag, not the Dora book bag. Are you fucking like that sounds so crazy to me to think that people really have to send their kids to school with bulletproof book bags. That is a shame. That is crazy. And America, we need to get our shit together. There is no gun control. These fuckers, oh, this is my right. I have a right to have guns. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Yeah, people with guns kill people. People who easily have access to guns kill people. So, yes, the guns do kill people. What the fuck are we talking about here? It's one thing to have a gun in your house for your own protection, just in case there's a home invasion, or somebody's trespassing on your property and your life is literally in danger. But guns are so easily accessed by people with mental illness. It's crazy. These people are going into stores with assault rifles, killing people. Why is it so easy for a regular person on the street to get an assault rifle? And not no illegal, oh, it's stolen and the serial number scratched off. Not no street shit. No, this guy literally is registered to their fucking name. You can buy an assault rifle. What is going on? I'm tired. I am drained mentally, physically, spiritually. I am drained. Hearing that 19 kids were fucking shot and killed by an adult that just not wandered, but just went into the school. And then they're fucking saying that it took first responders, aka the police, over 60 minutes to go into the school while he's actively in there shooting. And then they also, this is a rumor, this is don't this is not fact, allegedly some of the first responders who had kids that were in that school went and got their children out of the fucking school first. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This guy is in this school shooting up kids and you know where he's at, but you get your children out first. While these other kids unfortunately are dying. And then they did an interview with one of the kids that survived. I don't know why the fuck they did that, because as that kid's parent, I would have said, fuck no, y'all not asking my kid not a damn question. Not one. I would not have my child literally on live TV relive something that just happened to them that was traumatic. They watch their classmates and their friends and their teacher die, and you want to ask them how the fuck they feel or what happened? Nah, y'all can wait for the story, okay? That is very fucking traumatic for a kid to go through. At how old are we in the fourth grade? Like 10? Like 9, 10? For a fucking 9 or 10-year-old to have to recount a active shooter at their school, to literally tell you how they felt when they watched their friend get shot, to literally have to remember that they saw dead bodies all over the place, blood, a maniac shooting a gun. I really pray and hope that they provide all those children with therapy services until at least the age of 18, because that is really going to impact them mentally. That is some shit to see. And it's such a shame that these kids had to fucking go through this. It is such a shame. I'm just so fucking over this conversation of gun control where, oh no, we want our guns, we want our guns. Fuck you and your guns, okay? Like I said, it's one thing to get your, gun license and have a gun in your home for protection, a little 9mm or something, nothing too serious. But people can literally get shotguns and assault rifles and shit and automatic weapons. What the fuck do you need that for? If just a regular old, you know, um, robbery is going on, a 9mm will deactivate a person, if that's the correct term to use. Shoot him in the ass, shoot him in the arm, shoot him in the leg, get them down, and then if you feel like you need to do what you do, then something else might come after that. But come on, people. Y'all can't be serious with this gun control argument. 19 kids have died. 19. Please don't say, say that, oh, it can happen anywhere, or no, it happened in Texas. And Texas, the governor just made it easier for people to get guns, because now I believe in Texas, you don't even need a gun permit to carry a gun. Anybody down there can have a fucking gun. That's even worse. We really need to get this shit together. We really do. And it breaks my fucking heart to talk about 19 kids dying because somebody was on some bullshit with a gun. Like, that literally terrifies me to send my daughter to school now. But we have to live our lives, and we have to live our lives not in fear. But I am a little worried when I send my daughter to school now, because any fucking maniac could just do any fucking thing. And it's sad, because that's not how, life should be. Kids should want to go to school to have fun, to learn. Teachers should want to go to school to teach, and teach the children of our future, because we were kids once. Now we're the ones in charge. And it's like they went to school to do something that they do every fucking day, but they didn't get to come home. Please pray for the families of all the children that passed away, and also pray for the families that have lost loved ones in the Buffalo, New York supermarket shooting as well. Like, y'all, this shit makes me very sad. It makes me very sad, and I'm very, very, very angry at our government, because it seems like nothing is progressing. It's regressing. Things are getting worse. We're not seeing any light at the end of the tunnel. It's dark, it's cold, it's wet. It's like, what the fuck is going on? What are y'all going to do? And I feel like also as citizens, we're not raising enough hell to let these people fucking know we mean business and we need shit to get done. Not no abortion ban. Are you fucking kidding me? And then also, they want to slip this under the fucking rug. The Supreme Court, just passed a ruling that no longer can new evidence be submitted in a case if someone has already been proven guilty and sent to jail and sentenced. So if new evidence comes out that proves your innocence, that cannot be submitted for an appeal. You're just shit out of luck. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how many people are sitting in jail that are not guilty because they didn't have sufficient evidence to prove that they weren't guilty? Circumstantial evidence got them put into jail, but actual hard evidence was not present. So, or they had a shitty lawyer. But now, if they get a good lawyer or if actual hard evidence does come forward that proves them not guilty, that can't even be fucking submitted because basically our Supreme Court is saying, bitch, it is what it is. America, I'm tired. Seriously. Not only am I tired of the gun shit, we're moving on to the housing crisis. Why the fuck is rent so goddamn high? Why is the prices of single family homes so goddamn high? Why are these big corporations able to buy houses in bulk just to rent them out? Not to sell them, but to rent them out. America is a shit show, and I'm going to keep fucking saying it. America is a shit show, and I'm fucking sick of it. Why is rent so high? Why are groceries so high? Why is housing so hard to come by? Y'all keep building these houses in these communities, but you're selling all of these homes to corporations, not families. And then these corporations are renting these houses out. America is all about the ching ching. And I understand that to a certain point. But are you fucking kidding me? Y'all want people, and I'm going to circle all this back to this abortion ban, right? You want people to have fucking children, right? But they can't afford to fucking put the kids in a house. What happened to the American dream, right? Although I don't believe in it because I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. But the American dream, they tell you graduate from school, go to college, graduate college, get a good job, buy a house, get a dog, have kids, get married, get a car, go on vacation, die, pay taxes. No, the American dream is now have anxiety, go to work, pay taxes, barely be able to afford your bills, have kids that you can't afford, and fucking be stressed out, have thinning hair, complain, die. Where is the time for happiness? Because I'm sorry, my happiness and my peace comes before and over all. If it's not going to bring me happiness, if it's not going to bring me peace, it is not going to be in my life or involved in my life. You have people wanting to move out of their parents' home and start out on their own, or people that already have, but now they have to fucking move back home because they can't afford to live by themselves. What is the end game here? What is I really had to sit down and think about it. What is the end game here? Why is everything going to shit? I really have a feeling that coming soon, they just want all of us to just be sheep. Just miserable, heavily medicated, anxious, and just, not giving a fuck about what's going on. We're just like, fuck it, nothing's happening, so I'm just going to go with the flow. Is that what y'all want to happen? Because I honestly feel like that's not going to be the outcome. If that's what you want, you might as well rethink that. Because I really feel like as Americans, we're getting sick and tired of this shit, and we're going to make some changes. We're going to make sure that changes are made. And changes are made to benefit us, not fucking hurt us. Because I feel like every decision being made now is made to hurt us. It's such a shame. Like, people, please vote in your local elections. Please don't just think that the big election, like the presidential election and the Senate and the House of Representatives, is the only elections that matter. No, these little elections matter too. The mayor of your hometown, the governor of your state, these elections fucking matter because shit is going crazy, and it's decisions made by people that we put or didn't put in office or didn't vote against. It's so sad. It's so sad. People can't even buy their first family home because houses are 100, 200,000 more than they're really fucking worth. These big corporations are buying houses in bulk in cash, knowing that the average family has the down payment for a house but finances the rest. Like, come on. It just seems like everything is made to be against us now. You want us to be stuck with roommates and living with our family. You don't want people to be independent. Gas is through the fucking roof. I live in New Jersey. At one gas station I passed, gas was $4.99. Now, granted, I went to another one, gas was $4.69, but four fucking dollars. I have a four-cylinder SUV and it took $77.42 fucking cents to fill my car up. I'm getting a bike. I'm pretty sure bike sales have increased recently too, if I would have looked that up. This is ridiculous. People can't even save fucking money. People have to go into their 401k or cash out their 401ks, dip into their savings just to fucking survive, just to get basic necessities because they no longer can budget or they have to rethink their whole budget because food has increased, because gas has increased, rent has increased. Some people literally have to move out of their fucking apartments that they've been in for years because they can no longer afford the fucking rent. And it seems like they want us to rent now and not own. America is a fucking shit show. I'm going to keep saying it. America is a shit show and I'm drained. I'm tired. I feel bad for bringing my daughter into this world because I'm just thinking, what does her future look like? What is her future going to look like? This planet is going to shit because, of all the pollution and shit in the air. And also, let me say something. In New Jersey, they started a plastic bag ban, I believe, May 4th, 2022. Basically, the grocery stores will no longer supply single-use plastic bags. You have to bring your own reusable bags or buy some. People are complaining about that. I completely support that because the pollution on this fucking planet is out of this world. The amount of waste that we produce is crazy. So if you have to reuse a fucking bag to bring your groceries in, get the fuck over it. Keep the bags by your door. Keep the bags in your car so you remember when you go to the store that you need to bring those bags in because they no longer will give you bags. Trust me, in about 2 months of you keep forgetting bags and having to buy some, you're going to end up remembering. It's for just think about the planet, guys. Think about the real big picture here. Like our planet is going to shit because of all the waste and pollution that we produce on the daily. Also, people complain about these single-use straws, like the little paper straws. Hello, how many times have you gotten plastic straws from Wawa or a fast food place and you didn't even really use it? Just think about all those little plastic straws and where they go. A lot of them go in the ocean. A lot of them go into our sewage systems. A lot of them are just on the side of the fucking road, just out the window. Like, come on, guys. For real. At least America, well, not America, at least New Jersey is doing something about that. But other than that, America is a fucking shit show. I can't speak for other countries because I don't live there. I live in America. They always say that America is a third world country with a Gucci belt on. And I always stand by that statement because we like to make it seem like we're all that and all this and we're doing the damn thing. But we are very much being suffocated and crushed here in this country. And I'm sick of it. Because it seems like decisions made by our politicians are not decisions that are for people like me or you. They benefit big corporations or the 1% or people with a lot of money. And I've been seeing everywhere that it feels like they're trying to get rid of the middle class. And what's considered middle class is someone who makes a good amount of money and is able to sustain a home and a car and stuff like that and not have no public assistance or anything like that, which is fine. But it's crazy because now the to be considered middle class is crazy. I'm considered middle class. I make too much to afford, or I make too much to qualify for benefits. However, I don't make enough at work to be able to really pay for all of this shit. With just one income, let me make that clear. Without talking about my finances too much, I have multiple streams of income for this reason. If I just had my 9 to 5 and didn't do anything else, I'd be drowning right now. I would not be able to afford a lot of shit. So, therefore, me being the hustler that I am, I have multiple streams of income that help me sustain a good life for me and my daughter. I'm very comfortable in my apartment. I can afford the rent. I can afford my car note. I'm actually going to be able to pay my car off 2 years earlier than I'm supposed to. Or, I could let it roll all the way out for the 5 years. But no, my car is going to be paid off next year. I'm able to get my daughter whatever she needs. I'm able to go grocery shopping and, you know, put food in my house without struggling or robbing Peter to pay Paul. So I'm very fortunate that I do have the means to sustain a good life for me and my daughter. But that is because I'm a hustler and I have multiple streams of income. It is very draining being a single mom and also making sure that I know, okay, let me handle this for Plus Sugar. Let me do this for the podcast. Let me make sure these time entries are in. Let me make sure that I'm doing my 9 to 5 how I'm supposed to. It is very fucking draining, but I have to make sure that I have the money I need to take care of me and my child. No longer are the days where you can have one job and be able to, just live comfortably unless you have a very good paying job. But the way these jobs are going nowadays, they're not even trying to pay people their worth. So it's like, what the fuck? America is a shit show, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. Change needs to happen. And you know where change starts? Change starts with me and you. I'm holding all of us accountable. Seriously. We put these guys in office, and now they're making the worst fucking decisions I've ever seen in my life. We need to get the right people in office to make the right decisions that benefit all of us. Whew. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I really am. America, it's like a ghetto ass reality TV show. Like, I'm pretty sure for other countries to watch, they're like, wow, you heard what happened in America today? Like, are you fucking kidding me? We're probably the laughing stock of of Earth, our country, America. This is just ridiculous, y'all. I don't got no more. I think I'm done this week. I can't. I just, my mood is very down because of the massacres that have happened. I'm just so sad for those children and their parents. Rest in peace to everyone that has passed away these last couple weeks. I send my condolences to all the families. Um, I send healing and positive thoughts to all of those parents who thought that their kid was part of the 19, because that's also very heart-wrenching too, to hear that at your kid's school kids are getting killed and you don't know if your kid is part of that. It's just crazy, y'all. I can't. That was the topics for this week. I know I promised that, by the end of this episode, you'll be laughing. I lied because we really need to feel our feelings. Okay. Oftentimes we sit there and we deny our feelings, or we don't actually sit there and feel them. We need to. Okay. So whatever you felt here in this episode, um, it's okay. Whether you were mad, sad, um, however you felt, it's okay to feel it. Okay, because I was feeling it too. I allowed myself to be angry this episode because I am quite angry with everything that's going on. So, I want to thank everybody for listening to the podcast this week. Please let me know your thoughts. Please let me know any input that you have. Always remember that this podcast can be listened to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and directly on the Buzzsprout website. The Instagram is Sugar Podcast, SUGGAHPODCAST. Drop down in the comments and let me know, what you thought about this week's episode and the topics. Also follow us on Facebook at Needs Some Sugar Podcasts. And also on there, let us know what you think. Share the podcast with your friends. Let people know that you are listening to the Need Some Sugar podcast. I will be dropping shirts soon, so you can support. I will be selling them on my website, Plus Sugar. So that is www.plussugar.com. Everything on there right now is 50% off with the original merchandise that I have on there. So go ahead ahead and check that out. I sell plus size clothing. If you didn't know, now you do. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. I'm sorry if I made you feel some type of way, if I made you deal with your emotions. Sometimes it's good. It's a nice release. If you cried, good. I bet you feel better now. But once again, I want to thank you for tuning into the Need Some Sugar podcast. See you next week. Bye.